Hi, welcome to Love Grind. I'm Ebony, your host, and I'm so glad you're here with me. You know what? Matter of fact, I love that you're here with me, joining me tonight so we continue to talk about our love languages. Tonight, we are going to talk about acts of service. But before we get started, make sure you go over to Facebook Love Grinder and friend me or follow me so I can continue to give you that great content and give you some tips on how to keep your love alive with your partner, okay? So I hope you guys had a great weekend. I'm coming to you with love in your heart. I know mine was okay. My birthday was yesterday. Woo! Happy birthday, me. And it was bittersweet. It was my first time in 12 years without my partner. And I kept it real. I didn't cry or lean in too heavy on the words. Of course, he didn't call or text, which shows exactly how somebody feels about you. Nothing. So no matter what you do, if you see signs of someone not caring in their actions or their words or none, take that as valid, okay? Anyway, so it was my birthday yesterday, and that's cool. But now let's get into our fourth love language that we're visiting, and that's going to be acts of service. So let's go over that. This is a great love language to have. If your love language is acts of service, you value when your partner goes out of their way to make your life easier. It's things like bringing you soup when you're sick, making your coffee for you in the morning, or picking up your dry cleaning for you when you have a busy day at work. And we all have those, right? This love language is for the people who believe that actions speak louder than words, and I really do believe that. Unlike those who prefer to hear how much they're cared for, people on this list like to be shown how they're appreciated. Doing the smaller things, bigger chores to make their lives easier or more comfortable is highly cherished by these people. Okay, so if this is your love language, make sure you're letting your partner know that instead of hearing attaboy, attagirl, you'd rather them just pick up something that you need or do something that you know you don't have time for. And that will show them that you're listening and you appreciate them all the more. And that's a great thing to do. It makes you feel so important when someone hears what you're doing and hears what you're struggling at and they pick up on that. Like, Jesus, take the wheel, okay? That is so awesome to me. And that's probably one of my biggest love languages on the bigger spectrum of that love language is acts of service. Because it's just cool to know somebody can listen to you and they'll do something for you that you need help with, okay? And that's awesome. Again, make sure you're going to Facebook, Love Grinder, and you're friending me on there so I can give you some more tips on how to continue your acts of service, little things that you can do that are not too big, maybe some gifts that you can give that are not too big but very sentimental, okay? I have a great science fact for you tonight that I just found so interesting, and I got it off autonomyoflove.com. So when you're ready, go on there if you want to read some more of these. This science fact is love sometimes has to be learned. Love demands trust, openness, and vulnerability. It is a higher order function that requires the brain's perception, frontal cortex, to send amygdala signals that are powerful enough to overcome automatic fight or flight responses. Those who have experienced trauma or abuse often have an overdeveloped fight or flight reaction that is extremely difficult to break through. So make sure you know that sometimes if someone's not loving you the way that you need or you want, got to teach them. Remember I told you in the beginning, you got to show people how to treat you and they'll treat you accordingly. And that's the same with love. Okay, we're going to start our addiction cast next week. So I really need you guys to identify what love language you are so we can track our behaviors and our actions and why we keep going back to. So if you're in lust with somebody, figure that out too. And put it down in the comments on Facebook Love Grinder so I can through with you. If you don't have an idea, if you're all over the place, I can help you zone in on something so that next week on love, that we kind of have some place to start, okay? And I'm so glad that you guys were here with me tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in to Love Grind. And until next time, I'm out. And treat each other good.